Many games have merchants. They are a classic NPC that serves essential functions, like selling you that extra health potion or a mighty broadsword. But players, haven't you dreamed of what it'd be like to actually get to talk to your merchant NPC? Try to barter with them?
Can we trade for it?
Let's see what you have to offer.
Ask them about their past life. What did you do before you started this shop?
I was born into a wealthy family and had everything handed to me. But I quickly got bored of the luxury and decided to set out on my own.
Or get them to react when you mess with their items.
What the hell are you doing?
I know I have, and today I'm going to show you how that's possible. Hey guys, I'm Matt, Technical Creative Director here at InWorld, and I'm here to show you guys a demo which I made that demonstrates just some of the possibilities that game devs can achieve with our tools and our intelligent characters in Unreal Engine. I'm not a professional game dev. I just hacked together this demo over a series of nights and weekends, so please forgive its incompleteness. First, let's hop into InWorld Studio to create our merchant character. This is where we'll configure the character's personality. First, we'll create our merchant, Merchant Terrace, giving him a name. We'll give him a brief bio. Shopkeeper Terrace is a charismatic and mysterious man with many wares to sell. For his motivations, we'll write Shopkeeper Terrace. You don't actually have to write out Shopkeeper Terrace. You could write out character as a tag, which we have. There's also player as well, if you want to reference player. Character seeks to sell his exquisite items. Since the element of our game is for players to mess with the merchant, we're going to make him somebody who's more on the aggressive side and also high on the authority side, because it's a lot more fun to mess with a bully. Okay, so here we're at the knowledge section. We actually recommend leaving as little as possible in the core description and putting as much as possible into the personal knowledge section. It helps the character from rambling a lot about themselves, because if they think that like everything is a core knowledge description of themselves, they will tell the player everything. With voice, you could go through them. I'm gonna go ahead with a random one for now. Bobby Spalding.
Hello, I'm Merchant Terrace.
Hello, I'm Merchant Terrace.
Yeah, good enough. Let's give him a little bit of a lower pitch.
Hello, I'm Merchant Terrace.
And you can also affect his talking speed.
Hello, I'm Merchant Terrace.
So you add a scene, Galaxy Shop, which I've already created. Okay, so with that all done, we can hit save and chat with our character.
Good to see you, Matthew. What can I help you find today? You won't find anything better than what I have in my shop.
What's your best item?
I have a few exquisite items, but my best item is the one that you're looking for.
Right. What's it called?
The one and only, the great and powerful, the almighty sword of the galaxy.
Woohoo! Okay. The problem with that was like he was talking about some items which don't exist in our shop. We have a generative AI which will fill in the gaps if they're not there. But we want to make sure that he actually talks about the correct items in his shop. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some common knowledge. I've already got this set up for time's sake. We've got shop items here. Basically, this is common knowledge about what items he has in his shop. Core description, cubic contracts, obviously the price is the most important thing. And then under here we've got a bunch of other facts about each of these items that he will be able to tell the player that kind of have a story built into them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Merchant Terrace and we're going to give him this knowledge. So shop items and also knowledge about alien races. So now when we chat with him, hey, Terrace.
Hey, Matthew.
Tell me about the items in your shop.
I have a few select items for sale at the moment. I have a cube of Kuldrax, a pyramid of Praxis, and a sphere of Scylla.
Which one is best for turning people into cubes?
The cube of Kuldrax is the best for turning people into cubes. It was used by the great adventurer Gobri to turn the Praxilians and their planet into cubes.
Woohoo! Now he knows about the items in his shop. Now let's move on to Unreal. I've already got the project set up. If you want to learn how to do this and do the basic setup to get your in-world character to life in Unreal Engine or Unity, Check out the link in the description. We have documentation on this as well as an example MetaHumans project and more, so please check that out. Otherwise, let me go ahead and show you our character that we just made in this environment.
Adventurer, come over here, please. I need your help.
Different character. So yeah, here's our merchant character. Hello.
Hello, noble one. What brings you to my shop?
Well, I am in search of a precious item.
I have several items that may pique your interest. I have a cube of Caldrax, a pyramid of Praxis, and a sphere of Scylla.
Do you sell pizza?
No, I don't sell pizza.
What about grapes?
No, I don't have any grapes for sale.
Got any grapes?
No, but I have something much better. I have a cube of Caldrax for sale. It's a powerful artifact that will help you in your adventures.
Having this character in Unreal is already amazing, but we can make him reactive to the environment. Like for example, by having him greet the player as soon as they enter the shop. Or if I do something like this and boop, touch the thing that he does not want me to touch, or boop, start turning his wares into cubes, then we definitely want him to react, because otherwise it's not very lifelike. And that's what our goals and action system is capable of making happen. So let's hop back into Studio and show how to set that up. So goals and actions are a way to prompt your character using natural language. And just like a director, you can tell the character to yell at the player, beg the player, ask them for help, anything that you want really. You can also make these triggers launch them into a specific emotional state and make them fall in love with you. Just kidding. Unless. So let's do it. Back in In-World Studio, what you want to do is open up this experimental features little section here and toggle on to use goals and actions. Keep in mind that this is an experimental feature as it's labeled, and it's still very early in development. So first, we're going to want to create a goal to tell the merchant to greet the player once they enter the shop. So we're going to call this greeting. We're going to give it a custom event name of greeting as well, which is important for later, as this is how we're going to trigger this goal in Unreal Engine by using this name. And we'll add the instruction, welcome player to Galaxy Shop. And it's showing this because I already have this on another character. And I'm just gonna say, actually, welcome player to Galaxy Shop. I think that's all we need here. You have the option to either make this a passive action or an active one. By passive, it means that this will happen when the player talks to the character. But if it's active, invoke conversation, no matter where the player is or whatever is going on, the character will act on whatever action you give them immediately. Since we want the character to welcome the player as soon as they enter the shop, we're going to make this an active action. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And we're also going to create a goal called quit it as a general trigger for whenever the player is messing with the shopkeeper's stuff. You can get more specific with it, but just for the purpose of this demonstration, I am going to keep things simple. Invoke conversation, add instruction, yell at player for messing with your shop. Also, we want to make the merchant get angry when this happens, so we're going to add an emotion change to anger. And save. And that's it. Now let's go into Unreal and actually hook up the game logic to trigger these actions. Alright, so what we've got here is a Unreal trigger box. That's around the entrance. So what we want to do is to trigger our goal and action as soon as the player walks through the entrance. So for that, we're going to go to the level blueprint. And here I've actually already got a setup here. I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of this. Yeah, basically this event here will be called when the trigger box has an overlapping actor step into it, i.e. the player. And what we'll want to do is to check if this condition shop entered. And so basically here, we just only want this to trigger once, so we have this boolean that will be set to true if we enter it. And from here, what we'll want to do is get a reference from our character here, BP Shopkeeper. And then from that reference, we're going to get a reference to our in-world character component, which is from our integration. And we're going to then send it a custom event. So this custom event here is exactly what we use to trigger these goals and actions. And so that key of greeting that I said was important before is exactly what we're going to send it. And with that, that's all we need to get this working. Before we show it, I'm going to also set up another where on this rifle, item gun actually, we have similar, well, there's a lot of logic here, but, okay, so within this whole web of logic, basically here we are sending this event that I used to have that was specific to do not touch gun, but we're just gonna do quit it here instead. So in queue firing logic, custom event, quit it. Ba-bam. So let's test that out.
Welcome to Galaxy Shop, noble adventurer. I am Merchant Taurus. What can I do for you today?
So now we see as we enter the shop, he greets us. And let's mess with him.
How dare you mess with my shop? I'll have you know that I am a reputable merchant and I will not tolerate such behavior.
Hey.
Leave my shop at once. You are not welcome here.
So as you can see, we have the same prompt and trigger for each of these actions, but he's saying different things.
I said leave now.
And progressively getting angrier.
Get out of my sight. You're not welcome in my shop.
Yeah, so you get the point. This Galaxy Shop demo has all sorts of interactions that I was able to spin up quite quickly as an amateur indie game developer. Like this one.
Stop. This is the most unfortunate thing that has ever happened to me.
Or this one.
How can I use you?
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Wait, where does he put it?
Thank you so much for giving me a bite.
We're just getting started and have a lot more refinements and updates planned for the future. So if you'd like to stay up to date and see more use cases from us, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you'd like to get your hands on these tools and start creating, then sign up for our open beta on the website. Thanks for watching the video the entire way through. Good job. And peace out.